Okay, it's recording right now. So I just want to point out that all the Zoom meetings will be posted in D2L as a link, and it's gonna be in YouTube. Okay, and I will upload the video in YouTube. Unfortunately, you cannot search the this link, the video, because it's private. So I don't want anyone to see us, here, because it's public. So it's going to be private. So the only way you can access the YouTube, the video, is by clicking on the link. And where I put the link, I put it in D2L. Okay, I always put the link in D2L. So you can always watch the link over and over and over again. So you guys can, if you have any questions, you can email me and stuff like that. So today I'm going to share my, what's my sharing? Let's see, share screen. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. All right. So we're going to talk about the class today, the syllabus. We'll go through the syllabus, and then we'll go through a few stuff, maybe the first section. So we meet 1:30. My name is David, so I think everyone knows. My name is David. 1:30 to 2:30, we meet Monday and Thursday. 1 hour Zoom meetings. Email me is the best way to do it. I'm not in my office right now, so I won't be back in my office. So I recommend email me. But if you call me, you can leave a message. I can still listen. I can still pick up the message from home here. Textbook. The textbook is the 10th edition textbook. This is a textbook some of you was asking. This is a teacher version. You guys will have this. If you look at this cover, it looks something like that. This is a textbook you will using. Okay. And if you buy it from the bookstore, it comes with an access code. Please, you have to use the access code, okay, for the Webassign computer online homework. This textbook is used for pre-calculus. So you are taking pre-calculus next semester or in fall or spring. We are using the same textbook and the same access code. So you do not need to buy textbook if you are taking trigonometry. We call it pre-calculus in North Hennepin. So so we will sorry, people are coming in here. So it will be something that we will do. Someone came in, Raymond. Raymond, you just got in, right? Got you, Raymond. I'm taking attendance. So so don't throw away your book if you are going for trigonometry or pre-calculus next semester. Don't throw away your code, because we are using that the whole book for 2 semesters. Once you go to calculus 1, then you use a new book, and that book also good for three calculus classes. So do not throw away anything. It's pretty good. We try to save you money. Those students who use this book for last semester or I think last semester or last fall, you do not need to buy anything, because it should be rolled over for you. So you don't, if you use the same book last semester or in fall, you do not need to buy anything book-wise. Okay, you should roll over it easily. I will show you how to do it. Calculators, I do recommend you to get a scientific calculators. If some of you are asking me, I have a graphing calculators, can I use one? If you want to use one, you can, but in the test, if I call you to graph something, and if you use a graphing calculator to graph it out, you won't get points at all. Okay, because I see works. I will ask you to, I want to show works how you graph these lineups. Okay, how you graph the graphs. So that's the reason why that I recommend the scientific calculators. But if you have a graphing calculator, you can use it, but make sure that when doing the test, I want to see a lot of work. Okay, so that's mostly based on your work. Attendance, 10%. Attendance is the Zoom meeting here. So actually, we got 12 Zoom meetings, because 6 times 2. It was 6 weeks of class, Monday, Thursday, twice a week. But I only counted 10. So you have 2 freebies. So if you want to skip 2 Zoom meetings, that's fine with me. But the 2 is free. The rest, so I counted 10. So that's why I'm taking attendance every day. So make sure you guys come to my Zoom meetings, very important. If you cannot come to my Zoom meetings or something happens, you want to revisit the Zoom meetings, you can always go to the YouTube, the link, and watch it over again. Your online homework is 25%, midterm is 30, final is 35. Grading skills, A, B, C, D, F, pretty much basic stuff that you guys know this. I just want to point out to you guys that if you finish up all your finals and you are 89.3, you do not need to send me an email and say, David, can I get an A in the class because I'm 89.3, I'm a B? The answer is yes, you will get an A. So if you are by the 9s, like if you get all the 89s and 79 or 88 by the 8s, 88.5, 88.3, 78, I will round up to the next grade. Okay. So, but anything below 8, like 87, 86, 5, I will not do any, I won't round up to your grade. Okay. So you do not need to send me an email if you are if you want to go, you are close to the A, B, C, D grade. I will round up for you, but you are 87, 86, then unfortunately you will just get the B, C, D grade. Okay. You guys clear what I'm trying to say here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a nice guy, so I'm not going to be mean. This is a hard time too. Everyone's with this. So course description, we will go through like polynomials, inverse, rationals, exponents, logs. Okay, those are, and then if we have time, we do nonlinear. I think we have time to do nonlinear. We do not do matrices and system of linear equations. We just do the nonlinear, just a little bit, not a lot. We talk about the Zoom meetings, Monday, Thursday, 1:30, Monday and Thursday, 1:30 to 2:30. Attendance is mandatory, 10%, 12 Zoom meetings, right? I counted 10, 1% per meeting. I will 2 Zoom meetings you can miss. Again, all the meetings is posted in YouTube as a private link. So so you will in D2L, so you can watch it over again. Next is notes. So the instructor notes that we will go over in Zoom meetings will be posted in D2L. And there'll be videos also that I will recommend you to watch. Some videos is that I created, some is in YouTube, some is Khan Academy. I mean, I get some good ones I put in there. So so all the links will be posted in YouTube. So this is what I'm telling you about my instructor notes here. So this is what I call as instructor notes, means the notes has all been, I redid this from last semester. So we'll go over these notes, and sometimes I type things in here, you know, and stuff like that. So I would recommend that when you guys do your homework, please refer to these notes. And these notes are found in D2L. I'll show you where it is. So it's very important for you guys to go through these notes here. And then the link. So these are the link here. And if you click some of this link, it has like 10 videos. You do not need to watch all 10 videos, okay? You just want to watch the videos that you need help. Or maybe I need help. Like if you know how to do the basic line equations, then maybe I skip this, and maybe I do, oh, maybe I need to find how to find the slope or something else. So you don't need to watch all 20, 30 videos. That's like 20, 30 videos in just one section like this. You do not need to watch all of those, okay? You just watch things that you think you need help with, okay? And if you still cannot find a video that is like suitable, you can always email me, say, David, I cannot find any videos that over here. Can you find me a videos for this question? And I can, you know, go to YouTube and somewhere else to find for you. Okay. So these are all we posted in D2L. So you can actually go in there and, you know, click on it and watch it. So that is something that, you know, something helpful. Anyone have any questions so far with the first page of the syllabus? You can type in the chat room. You can unmute yourself and talk to me. Anyone have any questions here so far? Present. Okay. Question? Okay, so I'm going to the next page here. So page 2 of the syllabus is your online homework. So all your online homework is online on the webassign.net. When you guys do your homework, there are some help. And one of the help is called Watch It. So I'll show it to you what it is. And when you click the Watch It button, you can watch how to do the questions online. It's not exactly the same questions that you're doing, but a little bit different, just changing the numbers. So I would recommend you to watch it if you have any questions on it. And if you have further questions, just send me emails, okay? All your online homework is due by Monday at 11:59 p.m. And usually it consists of 3 sections, sometimes 3, sometimes 4 sections a week. So it's quite a lot of work because this is a 6-week class. It's kind of like a boot camp. So hopefully you're taking just this class for these 6 weeks, because if you're taking another class during this time, you probably will have a very difficult time with this class because it's going to be too much work for you. So it's all due by Monday. There's no homework due tonight. The next homework due will be next month, the coming Monday. Next Monday is midnight, and there are 4 sections of homework. And all your homeworks already open up for you, even in the future ones. So if you want to work ahead, be my guest, work ahead, okay? So your online homework is 25% of your grade. I will drop 2 of the lowest online homework score. So this is all done by D2L. So I will just say drop 2 lowest, they will drop to 2 lowest score. This is the class key you need when you register for my class. I will show to you how to use this class key, which is important. Next is your midterm and finals. Your midterms are both tests, midterm and final tests. You only take 2 tests. They are take-home tests. You have 24 hours to do your tests, okay? And your test time is right over here. I don't know, can you guys, I'm gonna highlight this for you guys. So this is the test time. So the midterm only cover chapter 2 and chapter 3 is on Tuesday, 28 at noon. And it will be due on Wednesday, July, the next day, 29 at noon. It's 24 hours. And finals is chapter 4, 5, and 9.1, which is 1 section. It's on Friday, August 14, and it's due on Saturday, August 15, all by noon. And it's all central time here. So make sure you guys know this is the midterm and your final time. Make sure you, and usually it takes you around 2 to 3 hours to do your test. Your test is going to be around like 15, 16, less than 20 questions. Because the more questions I give it to you, the more grading I have to do. So probably around like 16, 17 questions in the test, in both tests. So like midterm and 16, and then final you got 16, 17. So it's not going to be, it won't take you the whole 24 hours. It will take you 2 days, 2 hours or 3 hours. Make sure if you are working on those days, make sure if you can take those times off, because you might need to spend some time on the test here. So make sure you guys do the test. So how do I I will send a test via your college email. So make sure you guys know that not your personal email, or I will post this in D2L. Okay, I will post this in D2L. So page just got in. So so midterm and finals, make sure that you guys check your D2L or check your college email to get the test. Once you get your test in your email or in D2L, either you can print the test, or you write, not on a piece of paper, but write on papers. Don't write on a piece of paper. So I will recommend you to print out the test, because it's easy. If you have printer everything, you can print it out and then do the test. And then after that, you scan it and send it to me. If you don't have a printer, you can write on a paper, not a piece, but multiple pieces of papers, because you guys have to squeeze everything into like 2 lines. Okay, please spread out a bit for me. The reason why is because it's easy for me to grade your test. And then if I want to write something, it's easy for me to write. So kill some tree. Okay, don't worry about that. Kill some trees. Just a few more pieces of paper. Don't squeeze everything into, you have no idea stuff. You squeeze into like, why you want to save papers? Use a lot more papers here. Okay. When you do it on the papers, make sure you have your name on it. That's important. Make sure you have your number, like this is question 1, this is question 2, this is question 3. And make sure when you do it on the paper, make sure you organize it. That means that the first one is question 1, the next one is question 2, the next one is question 3. Do not do like the first one is question 1, and the next one you jump to question 10, and then jump back to question 8, and then go back to question 7. It's so difficult for me to grade, because now your question is all like spread around. So make sure you do 1, 2, like follow the sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't jump around. It's easy for me to grade, because once you jump things around, it's just very difficult for me to grade. So, but the best thing is just print it out, okay? And all your work, how I grade your test is based on work shown. So make sure that if you just give me your final answers, I give you 0. So let's say I give you an 2 plus 3, it's too easy. I give you, you have to show all the works, and then you get up with 5. Then you get full points. But you just give me 5 without showing any works, you get no points. So make sure you guys know that the test is all graded by the amount of the work that you've shown. So show me as much work as you can, because I cannot read your mind. Okay, some of you just like, you think I can read your mind and your mind. I will know. If I can read your mind, I'm not going to teach you. I'm going to be a psychic. Okay, I can predict this COVID-19 coming out, right? So please make sure that you have your work shown. Very important. Try to use a scientific calculators. That's the most I would tell you. But if you have graphing calculators, I still want to see the work shown. This is very important. I will not accept any late tests. So the test is by, like, midterm is on 29th. The noon is noon, central time. Okay. So if you give to me at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 12:05, I'm fine. If you give me like 12:05, 12:10, I'm okay. I know you guys are, it's fine with that. It's like 5-10 minutes late, I'm okay. But don't give me like 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 hours late. Okay. then you will be having a big problem with this. Okay, so make sure that you guys, if you can, those are two tests, only two tests. So how do you scan, when you finish your test, how you submit your test, you can download Cam Scanner. Some of you have another app on your phone. Make sure you know how to use your Cam Scanner, because I want everything in a PDF file. I do not want you guys to put in other picture form because it's very difficult for me to do. So like this syllabus is in PDF file, and this is how I grade your test here. So let's say that this is correct, I will give you a checkpoint. So if you see, if I give you a checkpoint, means you get it right. If I cross out, means you get it wrong. And then sometimes I will type something like you should add 5 instead of 6, something like that. You know what I mean? So this is that's the reason when you guys do your homework on a piece of paper, I have no room to type all this out if you squeeze everything into 2 lines. So if you spread a little bit, then I can put my little notes on it. And then and then at the end, I will take points off, -3. That means that this question, you get 3 points off. And then I will add all the points and the negative points, and then I put it on the corner here, -8. Means that this whole page, you get an 8 points deduction. You guys with me here? This is usually how I grade your tests. That's why I want you guys to put this in a PDF form, not in so you make sure you put it in a PDF form. Okay, I need it in a PDF, not picture. A lot of people like taking pictures. So do not take it in the pictures, because it's in pictures I cannot grade. It's not like this. It's very difficult for me to grade. So so make sure you guys get the Cam Scanner, or if you home have a scanner, use your home scanner. The Cam Scanner is an app, and it's a free app. I will teach you how to do that. And then after that, also on top of the test, there's a pledge of honesty. So you do need to sign a pledge, sign and date to prove that you did your test on your own. It's not based on other people's or other reference or anything else. So so that's a pledge place. You usually sign it. Those students who do your on your test on a piece of paper, make sure you on the top of the test put it down pledge, and then sign it, and then dated it. And then you're done. Okay, sign it, dated it, put your name down, because I cannot see your signature, and then start with number 1, number 2, and then go on. Okay. Anyone have any questions so far with your midterms and your online homework questions for me? Anyone?
Is a Google Drive scanner okay?
Yes, as long as I can. If you doesn't know if this something is okay or not, just send me an email. This is your first your first homework. If you haven't done this before, haven't scanned anything, or haven't done this before, this is your first homework. Scan a 3-page document, any documents you want, not like your textbook or whatever, your magazine, whatever. Scan it and then send it to me. Send it to my email, and I can look at it. If something wrong, I will say, nope, I cannot see this, or this is no good, or I'll say, oh, this is good. This is what you're gonna do in your test. So yeah, so if you doesn't know, if you there are a lot of apps that's free that you can download in your phone to get it, and it's really nice. So if you doesn't know anything, that is the first homework for me today. Is just scan the syllabus. Anything you want, anything on a paper form, anything not confidential, anything that is textbook. Make sure it's 3 pages, and then make sure it's everything in one PDF. I'll show it to you now. That's my phone. Okay, I'll show you how to do this. So I am going to unshare this, and I'll show it to you how to do this. Okay. All right. So sorry, you might need to. So this is a Cam Scanner on my phone here. Okay. So so let's say you want to scan something, you just press that camera button on the corner there. Okay. And then now when you scan something, if you look at the down there, the mode is dock. You see the DOC? Mm-hmm. So that is a correct mode. But if you put it in other mode like ID photo, or those are all pictures mode, okay? Or whatever, OCR, whatever they have, don't do it. So it's like you can move left and right. So make sure you do documents, DOC. Okay, other modes will give you pictures. Okay, and then what you do is you I'm just take a picture of it. So you take a picture, and that's it. Okay, and then you crop it. Usually this is the right size, and then you say next, and then you just put a checkpoint on. Okay, so this is your first page, because you got like your test is 6 pages long, right? Let's say. So how you do the next page is just click on the camera again and do it again for the next page. Next page will be something like this. I'll just give you an example. Okay, this is my next page, example. Okay, and then next. So you keep on doing it until you get all your documents scanned, all your test documents scanned. And then do you see the top corner there, the PDF? Okay, click on this PDF, and they will make a PDF file as one file. You see that? One document. So all 6 pages, or how many pages you scan it, is all gonna be in here. And then you see the share button on top. So you click the share button, and then you share it on your email, send an email to me. You guys with me here?
Yes.
It's very, very easy. So that's the reason why that is and then once you share and send it to me, and then then it's very easy for me to grade everything. Okay. The other thing I want to point out to you is once you send it to me, when you upload that PDF, give around a minute, because some students are rushing because the last minute at noon, they're like, oh, I'm rushing out of time. When they send it to me, it's not finished completely upload yet. So instead of 6 pages, I only get 2 pages because it's not finished upload yet. So make sure you guys take some time for it to upload the whole 6 pages, or how many pages you send to me. And then once you send it to me, once I look at it, I always send a confirmation email. I say, all right, David, I got your test. Okay, so make sure you wait for the confirmation from me saying that I received the test, and I can read the test, I can see all the tests. Sometimes I will send an email and say, I cannot read your test, or something wrong with the test, or it's not uploaded, or some error message, something else. Or I can tell you missed question 5 and 6, something like that. I will tell you in the email. So make sure that when you send an email, it's not like, oh, I'm done with the test. No, just wait for me to send me a confirmation email that I confirm that I got the email to you, and then you're good to go. Okay, you guys okay with that, with the test? Questions for me? Anyone have any questions? Anyone? Okay, so I'm gonna go back to this one. So accommodations, students with disability can get accommodations from this access services. Unfortunately, for those students who are asking for extended time, there is no extended time given in the test, because 24 hours is a lot of time really. As I told you, the test takes around 2 to 3 hours to take the test. So if you ask, I know some of you are asking for extended times, that won't be, I will not accommodate that, because I give you enough time really than, if it's a 2 hours test, yes, then I will give you definitely extended time, but this is a 24 hours test. So those students asking for extended time for testing, it's not going to be honored. We talked to the access services people already. So if you have questions, you can talk to them too. But 24 hours is a lot of time for you to do it. Okay. The rest you can read through it. It's mostly basic stuff, and this is the schedule that you have. So you can tell that these are the 4 sections. Homework will be due on week 2 on Monday, and then this will be due on the following Monday. So you can tell that, and then your midterm is those. And the last thing is the Zoom meeting. Okay, the Zoom meeting is you use the same website, same link for all 12 Zoom meetings. Okay, I reset all 12 Zoom meetings for this case. So just use back the same Zoom link that you have here for this one entire semester. This is the syllabus. Does anyone have any questions with the syllabus here before we move on to something else? Anyone? Syllabus?
Yeah, how can we get a book? I don't know how to book. Yeah, the book.
You can get it from the bookstore, or you can purchase the book, the access code online using your credit card.
And the assignment, I didn't catch that part.
I'm sorry?
The assignment, do we have to put it in, are you going to put the assignment on duty there, or we have special area for to go and do the assignment?
I will show it to you how to put it in.
Oh, okay. No, where can we find it?
You cannot refund once you use the book. You cannot refund it. You
Okay.
can sell it to people, but I tell you, the access code is only good for one person.
Okay.
So if you're buying it from online, from Amazon or wherever you want to buy it, make sure it comes with access code, because the access code is the most expensive piece. The book is, you can do the ebook, you know, anything, but the access code is like, I think it's like $80 or $90 by itself.
Okay.
And once someone use it, you cannot reuse it again.
Okay.
So I will show it to you what I mean here in that case, Raymond. You will see it. So so what I'm going to show it to you right now is the D2L. So this is a website for D2L. So there are three important features in D2L that I use a lot. One is the announcement. So these are the Zoom meetings, and usually if let's say today's a test day, so you will see I put a test link in the announcement here. So you will see this is a test. You got 24 hours to do it. The link, the Zoom meetings that we have here currently, well, I put a link on the announcement here too, so you can always go back to the announcement and watch the link and on the YouTube. And then the class instruction is here, and then the registration for website. So this is how you register to the website for the Webassign. You go to Webassign and enter so on. That is a free trial. So if you are waiting for the access code, you know, you don't have it yet, that is a 2 weeks, I think 14 days free trials. You can buy it online on using a credit card, or you're still waiting, just do the free trial. Then you will get, you can do your homework, you can access the book, everything, you know, on a free trial. And then once the 2 weeks over, then you need to either get a book or buy it using your credit card. Okay, so I will show to you the step-by-step how to do the registration. So if anything going on here, I will put an announcement here so you know. And then the next thing is the material content. So all the emails I send it to you with the documents like your syllabus and all those things, they're all under here. So if you misput everything or you want to figure out where is it, so syllabus is in here. So if you want to see syllabus, as I told you that you will get this teacher's note, right? This instructor notes. Okay, these are the instructor notes that we'll be using. So you can get these notes under instructor notes. So if you click instructor notes, there will be notes 2.1. It's exactly, if you click on it, it'll be exactly the same notes as this one. Okay. So if you are missing, if you want to figure out, you know, David talked about something, I want to go through and revise it, you can always do the 2.1 notes here. Okay. And then videos, these are the videos link, the link that I showed to you, this link, all these videos links. This link will be in this video here. And then as the course go on, I will put more things here like your test, the key to the test, maybe review for your test. Those are the links that I will put on it. So please make sure that you go here to check on every documents that you have. Yeah, the book rent, you are correct, Adam. Once you sign up the book, you get a rental book option for $8. You are correct. Yep. So if you want to pay with your credit card with the access code, the website has a book rental that you can rent this book for 1 semester for $8, and then you just return it back to them. But I think you need to pay a little bit of deposit or something else like that, I think. Okay, so we try to cut down your costs and make you know. So again, don't forget, if you are going to trigonometry next semester or in the future, you are using the same book. Okay. So that's what I can tell you. So there's under material, under content, this is all the documents that you have. So so if you misplace something or you want to find my notes or syllabus or anything, just go into here, you get it here. The next thing is under assessment and grades. This is your grade book here. So you click assessment grades, you will see your grades. This is your overall grades. Before this pull out, I just want to point out to you that I'm a human, I make mistakes. So if the gradebook shows anything wrong or error, you know, I make error, right? So instead of 100%, I give you 10% on your online homework. Please send me an email. Say, David, 2.1 is supposed to be 100%, not 10%, because I tends to do I make mistake. And if you don't point out to me, I will just give you 10%. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that check your grade. Slowing here, my internet is slow probably. Check your grade. There you go. So corner, I'm going to show what the grade looks like. This is the teacher version of it. You don't get this page because this is a teacher's version of the grade. So so anyone have any questions before we continue with this grade book, because it takes some time to, my internet looks like it's slowing down here. Anyone have any questions? You can talk or you can chat with me. Again, class, if you have anything to talk after class, something private, I can go, you know, we can talk, you know, I start recording and then you can talk to it. So, so you can talk to me. I'm free after class. No, where was that thing? There, sorry. So this is what your grade book will looks like. You got your name on top, and then after that they got the percentages. Still loading, so slow. And then the rest is all, there you go. So your name is on top, and then after that it has your grades is on there. Okay, you will tell you how many percent you get in this class, like 60%, 80%, whatever percent. And then this is midterm, which is 30%. Your online homework is 25%. I will drop 2 of the lowest online homework. Final is 35%, and then attendance. Those are the dates that for the Zoom meetings, and there are 12 Zoom meetings. I will drop 2 of the Zoom meetings, and that is 10%, and this is all going to be 100%. So if I make any mistake here, please, 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 please email me, okay? Because otherwise, I don't want, especially tests, you know, it's very important, okay? How do we show our work on homework? Homework on Webassign, Elijah, you do not need to show any work. You just need to type in the answer in. Like the answer is 5, you just put 5. You do not need to show me any work. You do not need to scan the works. You do not need to do it. So for homework, they just need your final answers, okay? And I will tell you more about the homework here. I will tell you about the Webassign. Yep, it's coming up. The Webassign will be coming up. So does anyone okay here so far with D2L? So D2L has only 3 important features: your grade book, the content, and the announcement. Okay, those are the 3. So D2L, we use that a lot. So mostly all your tests, you don't upload it to D2L. Some of you ask me, tests, I scan all these things. Should I upload in D2L? No, you don't upload it. You just email it to me. Okay, so make sure you email it to me. So I know some of you say, oh, under assessment, you can upload the assignment, upload your test. No, for all your tests, email to me. Make sure you know my email address. That's very important. And then make sure you get a reply back from me to just confirm everything. Okay, so email to me for the test. Everyone okay here so far with D2L here? Questions? Yep, go ahead and type if you have any questions. Next is Webassign. So this is Webassign. So I will show it to you how you register to Webassign. So make sure you go to webassign.net, N-E-T, not .com or edu or something else like that. And then you enter class key. That's the first thing you do is you enter class key. And so this is the class key that you have. It's in the syllabus, which is this one. If you look at the syllabus, it's over here. This one. The first one goes to the first box. The nhcc.mansq is the first box. So the first box, sorry, is here. .mansq. And then the second box is 6422. 6422 is the second box. And then the third box is 9091. Okay, and then you hit enroll. And then make sure the class 1150, my name, Northern Open, and yes, this is my class. And if you have a Cengage account, you can put in your account and your password. If you forget, you can click on here. If this is new to you, you haven't been using any Cengage account for your business or your science or your English, then you create an account. And then the next page, they will ask you for payment. So again, there are 3 types of payments you can do. One is access code from the book. The other one is using a credit card. And the next one is a free trial. So your first homework is, as I told you, if you haven't used Cam Scanner or any scanning products, That's your first homework. Scan any 2, 3, 4 pages of documents and send it to me so I can see it, so you know how to do it. The second homework here is to register to this website. Okay, so you have to register to Webassign here. You're still waiting for your book or your money or your access code. Just do the free trial because you're still able to do your homework, do everything. Okay, so once you log into your, I'll log into you. So once you finish, you just log in, and then let's take some. My computer is a bit slow today. It looks like. I'll show you what it looks like. It's not doesn't look something like this. It looks something like this. This is what your. So once you log in, you get into this web. Looks something like this. So all your online homework is already open for you. So you can actually do everything all the way, all this online homework in one day if you want to. Okay, they're all open up for you already. These are the due dates, so they're all due on Monday at midnight. So let me show it to you what's the online homework looks like and what kind of choices or chances you get and all these things. So this is how you do your online homework. These are all the scores that you keep track on. Okay, some online homework are like multiple choice. This is very easy. You just select your answer here. If you see the help, if you click read it, means the ebook will pop out and there's a book ebook, you just read it. So mostly all these are multiple choice. That's pretty straightforward type. So this is multiple choice also. So this is also also easy. But if you have this is called open-ended, where you have to put in a number. So you get 5 chances to do this question. Let me repeat. You got 5 chances. So if you got the third one is wrong, I will recommend you to stop and ask me questions. Okay. And how do you ask a question? Is right here. Do you see ask your teacher right here? Okay. Just click on it and then you will send me an email to me. And I also want to point out to you that this online homework is very picky. Why I say it's very picky is because let's say you want to do a coordinate system. The coordinate system has to have a parenthesis and a comma. And let's say you forget the parentheses. You put 6, 5. The answer is 6, 5, correct. But you forget to put parentheses, they will mark you wrong. Just because of parentheses. Or you forget to put the comma, they will mark you wrong. And sometimes, like ABCD, they want it in uppercase, but you put in the lowercase, they mark you wrong. So they are very picky with all this little stuff when you put in the online homework, but you can always ask me, say, David, I got the correct answer, but I forgot to put the parentheses. I forgot to put a comma, or I forgot to, it's a capital A, I put a lowercase a. So I will give you those points, but you do not need to redo that question because it's a correct answer, but you just put it in the wrong way, that the format that they want. So I'll give you those points back, but you just need to send me out, ask me, and I'll give back the point. But if your answer is no, it's not 6, 5, it's -8, 3. It's totally wrong. Then I will say, no, I'm not giving you the point because your answer is totally wrong. Not, So again, you got 5 chances to do per questions. So I would recommend you guys to do it. And let's say that if I'm not around to help you, this is Sunday, Saturday, I'm not around to help you. This is the watch it that I'm talking about. So if you click, say, I don't know how to do this question. So if you click watch it, so there is a video that's showing you how to watch this question, but it's not the same question. You can tell they are kind of the same, but the line drawn differently. So you can watch this
of the line
question.
The line.
So once you watch this question, then you try to do your own question. Okay. So mostly all these questions has a watch it. Some don't have it, and this one doesn't have. Mostly some of them have watch it option. So I'll recommend you to do the watch it option so you can watch how to do this question. Like this one already have parentheses, so you do not need to have. So some of you put an extra parenthesis, they will mark you wrong. Okay, so make sure you watch carefully. Like this one has a parenthesis already, so you do not need a parenthesis, but make sure you have a comma to separate those numbers. So they are very picky with those. Send me to Sangage, I'm not sure. It is the webassign.net. So Kayana, can we talk after class privately? Okay. How do we do that? Okay, I'll show it to you again how to do that. So these are all the website here. Okay, so I would recommend you guys to, that's your third homework. If you have time, you should start working on your homework, because there are 4 homeworks due this coming Monday. So start working on your homework. That's your last third assignment for me today, is doing the homework here. Does anyone have any questions so far with this homework here? Okay. So beside homework, beside online homework, this website also has an ebook. So if you click on this, you get an ebook. So I think someone mentioned about rental. So if you do not want to, you're going to save that $7 for renting, then you can just use the ebook, which is exactly the same book that we have, page by page. Okay. So I would recommend that just get the access code. That would be good enough for me. Okay. That is what you need to do for my homework wise here. Does anyone have any questions here with the Webassign here? I know some of you already did enroll already. So 3 homeworks from me today. One is the scanning a document and send it to me. If you know how to do it, you do not need to do it. But if you kind of like, I doesn't know how to do this, or my first time doing it, I will recommend, strongly recommend you to do it. And then second is register to the Webassign. And then third, do maybe some homework so you can get a hang on it, what's going on. If you have any questions, you can email me. You can ask me email me. Ask me after class, or ask me on Thursday, because that's why I have one on Thursday, so you guys can ask any questions. And yes, I do questions on here. So usually on Thursday, I will ask you. I will spend like 10-15 minutes. Okay, do you guys have any questions on your homework? Someone say, oh, I got questions on this section, this homework. That I will do. I'll spend 10 to 15 minutes on doing it. And some of the homework I did not fully doing it. I just do halfway, and then the other halfway I will call you to do yourself. Okay. So mostly, I mean, depends on the time, because we have very limited time here. So anyone have any questions before we start with the section 2.1 here, because we're going to talk about this today?
Yeah, I have a question. Like, can you please look and make sure I'm using the right book?
This is the book that we are using. I do not know what book you.
Yeah, that's the same one I got, but I have the green one.
Is that 10th edition? You see the 10th
Yeah,
edition?
that's the 10th edition.
Then you got the same book.
Okay.
Yep, you got the same book, because this is a teacher version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like, oh, this is it, right?
Yeah, you got, yeah, that's the correct one. Can you turn around? Can you flip your book around? Yep, that is the correct one. Can you move up a little bit? I can. Does it come with the access? Where do you buy the book, Kona?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I already took the access code up.
Okay, good. Then
Yeah.
That's the correct book. You got it.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
So, so 2.1. So we're gonna start 2.1 today. This is again basic stuff. It's not something that new. This is linear equations in 2 variables in 2.1. So again, you can get these notes in D2L. So we got what we call as a slope-intercept form. A slope-intercept form is an equation that everyone here kind of know. Y equals to mx plus b. Okay. The slope is m, and the y-intercept. This is the most common mistake students do. They always tell me, David, the y-intercept is b. B. If you say example, give you an example in your homework. This is what your homework looks like. So let's say this is the example they got. Y equals 5x plus 6. They want you to find what is the y-intercept, right? And a lot of students give me what answer? What answer? What's the y-intercept here?
6.
6, yep. But if you put 6, they will mark you wrong. And in the test, I won't give you full points. The reason why is because that your y-intercept is not a number, it's a coordinate. So you have to give me 0, 6. You with me here? Okay, so this is something I want to point out to you. I will do the same thing in my test. If you give me 6, you won't get full points. You will get half a point. The reason why is because all your y-intercept is going to be written in coordinates form, not not 6, not a number form, okay? All right, next, a vertical line is, the equation is x equals to a. And if you have a vertical line, the slope is undefined and you don't have any y-intercept because it doesn't cross on the y-axis. A horizontal line is y equals to b, your slope is 0, and your y-intercept is 0b, the number b here. So these are the basic equations of a line. And then we talk about slope. Slope, we have two formula. Slope is written down by the letter m. It's rise over run, or y2 minus y1 x2 minus x1, okay? When do we use rise over run? We use it on the graph. So it's like the question we did just now. They give you a graph. How do you find the slope? You draw a right triangle and count how many rise and how many runs you have. But if the question gives you 2 points, then you use this formula. Okay. There is also another equation form called point slope form, which is this: y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. This comes from your slope equation. Okay, this equation comes from slope. You just multiply x2 minus x1 to this side, you get yourself this equation. So there are so many equations we have. So many formulas. The most important formulas I want to tell you here is definitely the y equals mx plus b and your slope equation. This one, y2 minus y1 x2 minus x1. This one you can kind of skip it because you can still use this equation to find the equation of line. You will see it in some examples. I'll give it to you later on. We got 2 types of lines: parallel and perpendicular lines. If you have a parallel lines, slopes have to be the same. If 2 lines are parallel to each other, they have to have the same slope. Okay. If 2 lines are perpendicular to each other, then the slope has to be negative reciprocals. Negative reciprocal means that your sign change. Like example, you have -3. A negative reciprocal of -3 is 1/3, because negative become positive. Reciprocal means you flip-flop, 3 become 1/3. And when you multiply these 2, you always will get -1. If you don't get -1, means these 2 slopes are not perpendicular to each other. Okay. What is a ratio? A ratio is where the x and y axis has the same unit. So if both x axis and y axis has exactly the same units, you have ratio. That means your slope has no unit at all. A rate is where the x and y axis having different units, and usually a rate has unit. Rate usually like miles per hour or something per something. That will be always a rate. A ratio usually has no rate. Ratio is like 5 to 2. Like, what's the ratio between students to teachers in this classroom? It's 2 to 5 or something else like that. That is called ratio. Okay, rate will be like 25 miles per hour. Those are called rate. Okay. So this is a summary of the equations that we have. Okay, so these are all, mostly the equations are pretty much important. So when you guys do the online homework, sometimes they say, I want you to write this equation in general form. And what's the general form? That means you cannot write y equals mx plus b. You have to put everything here and make it equal to 0. It means you have to move all your terms to the left to make it equal to 0. That's called general form. And sometimes the equation wants you to write the slope intercept form. That means you write in the y equals mx plus b form. Okay. So mostly read the question carefully when you do your online homework, because they will tell you what form they want you to write. Okay, if you give them the wrong form, you get it wrong. The first example we are doing is drawing a line. So a point 2, 3 with the slope 0. So first you figure out the point 2 and 3. And what is the meaning when the slope is 0? The slope is 0 means your line has to be what? Horizontal. So this is the line for 2, 3 with a line of slope 0. If I want to do 1/2, means you take the 2, 3. 1/2 means that you what you do here is you move this point up by 1 and over 2. Up 1 and over 2. So that means we use rise over run. So you rise 1 and run 2. So this is how, and then you draw a line. So this is how we figure out how we draw the lines here. So my question is, how do you draw a line on your homework? Okay. Because on your online homework, not this one. How do you draw a straight line? Because it's tough to draw a straight line sometimes in the homework because it's not like a freehand draw that we have here there. So for example is like this one, they want you to draw this line, right? So sketch this line. So first thing is we know that what's the slope in this case? Anyone know what's the slope for this question, 7?
-3/4.
Negative 3/4. And y-intercept?
-3.
No -3.
0, -3.
Thank you. 0, -3. Be careful, okay? Now we got all this, good. And then now you know to graph this. So what you do is first you plot in the point 0, -3. So you click, I think it's the arrow. Just click this one. It's a line. And then, no, first, let me see. Yeah, I think it's a point. Yep. Put 0, -3 here. And then you draw a line based on this one, right? So the slope means you go down by 3. 1, 2, 3, and over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got this point. So you got 2 points. Now you draw a line to connect these 2 points. Let me how you draw the line. Nope. How you draw a line? Let me see. No, I don't want a point. Okay, I'm going to try to do this again. It's been a long time I haven't done this. Let me clear the whole thing. Okay, let me draw the 0, -3, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. There. You guys okay here? So you just put in the line and then 0, -3, and then go down 3, and then go over 4. And then you click it. So you just need 2 points, and the graph automatically draw you a line here, and you submit it. Okay. So this is how you do your homework here on the on Webassign, and so that should be correct. Yep, they all should be correct. Yep. You guys all right here with the homework questions, like how to do the homework question here? Okay. So that's a question that we did just now. Okay. But that is easy because you can tell straight away because it's a form of y equals to mx plus b. But for question 3, if they see this kind of questions, this is not in y equals to mx plus b form. You have to solve for y. Solve for y means you always have to get rid of the x term first by adding or subtracting the term. So in this case, we subtract the -7x here. And then we divide by -6. Don't forget that's a negative in front of this 6. And when you divide by -6, I recommend you to do this where you divide each term by -6. The reason why some of you do not do that, some of you just do like all over by -6. I don't want you to do it is because a lot of people get the sign mixed up. So when you do this, then this is a -5, but this is a +7/6. Because if you do all by -6, you find out this is -5, then I got some students did not do this double negative here. So you get wrong in this case. So that's something I want to point out to you, that just divide everything by -6 here. Then you draw the graph after that. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about is drawing the graph. So draw this point and find the slope. So by finding slope in this case, you just do the formula y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. And then once you make sure you reduce the fraction, all your fractions has to be reduced. And then after that, you point these 2 points, -3, -2 is right here, and then 1, 6 is right here. So, and then you go right up 8 and then right over 4 because the 8, 4 is right there. So it's pretty much easy. This section is actually pretty much easy. Okay, it's not that difficult. Then the question next is asking is identifying these 3 additional points. So this is very tricky here, okay? When you have a slope that is 0, a 0 means that the line is a horizontal line. Every time when you have a horizontal line, all your y value is going to be the same. So if this y value is n with 1, then everything here is 1. And the x can be any value you want. So that is when you have your slope is 0. When you have slope is undefined, you got a vertical line, then all your x values has to be the same, like 1 in this case. If the question gives you 2, then everything has to be 2. Then your y value can be any number you want except 5, because 5 is reused. So this is how we figure out the additional points if you have slope is 0 and the slope is undefined. But what happens if your slope is a number like -2, or like in this case -2? So when you have -2 means your y value will be subtracting 2, because this is over 1, your x value will be at 1. So in this case, if you give your coordinates and with a value like this, so you have to subtract 2 on your y and add 1 on the x. So you get 1 and -11. Since the question wants 3 points, so you keep doing it. You keep subtracting 2 on the y values and keep adding 1 on the x value. So you keep doing this. Or if you want, you can move this negative down. So instead of subtracting 2, you can add 2 here, but then you have to subtract 1 on the x. So don't forget, this negative can move both to the top or the bottom. So that's the reason why that you can change it. So this is how we figure out these 3 additional points. Next, we're gonna use slope-intercept. This equation, find equations here. So giving you a point and a slope, so you can use the point-slope form, where the slope is -1/2 and the point is 2, -3. You plug it into this equation. If you do not like fractions, I hate fractions. Everyone here probably hate fractions. So what we do is we always get rid of this 2. So how do we get rid of this fraction, denominator 2? I move it to the other side. So you see that I move the 2 to the other side. So what you need to do with these 2 is distribute the 2 over there. And the 2 is no longer there. There's no more fractions. So this is how we, for this kind of equations, if you see any fractions on your slope, we can actually move, if you can get rid of the denominator by moving that. So that means this equation is no longer a fraction. And then you distribute the 2, you distribute the -1, and then after that, you solve for y. Okay, so this, and then you graph it. Okay. Same thing we just did just now on the example in the homework. And then what happens if your slope is 0? If your slope is 0, you do not even need to do any work, because slope is 0 is a horizontal line. Horizontal line is always y equals 2. And how do I get 5/2? It comes from your coordinates point. So whatever you see the y value here, that will be your answer here. And again, class, in the test or in your homework, make sure you put y equals 2. Because if you just give me 5/2, they will mark you wrong. Okay, make sure you put y equals to 5/2. Next, since this slope, the question wants to find the equations of line, and this slope is undefined. Again, for undefined, you do not do all the work. You put x equals to -8. Why is -8? Because all your x value here is -8. Okay, so I want you guys to, because time is running out here, so I want you guys to go ahead and try to do this homework here on this 2.1. Okay, very important stuff. Try to do this. If you have any questions, let me know. Send me any emails. There are some word problems at the back here, and you can tell that the word problem here is mostly translate a word into an equation like this. You do not need to solve it. You do not need to graph it. So watch, just be careful with the word problem here. We will talk more about this on Thursday, because Thursday we have another class at 1:30, and we'll talk about 2.2 and 2.3. So if you have any questions, please email me or ask me, or email me or call me. So that's it for today. That's the end of today's class here. So so don't forget, you got 3 homeworks to do for me. Cam scanner, scan your work. Register Webassign and do this homework here. No, you do not need to submit any of your work in D2L. So when you do your online homework, you do not need to. This is what you do. You just do this, like what I just did here, and you do not, and that's it. You're good to go. You do not need to show me any work. You only show me the work during your test time. Only the test time. I want you to see all this, like all this work, all this little work that you see over here. This is test time. Test, you need to show me this. Online homework, you just give me this. This is your online homework. Test, you're gonna give me all this whole thing, everything here. You guys with me here? Okay, because these are points in the test. Okay, so would you like us to scan for you if you have access scanner? If you have, mostly assignments you do not need to scan. You just do it. Only your task has to be scanned to me. So only two tests. So you have to scan all those things. Your homework, you do not need to scan it to me. You just do it like I just did it just now. That's it. You don't need to scan anything. But your test, you have to. Okay. Audit, Harry, do I answer your question? Okay. So just only your test and the scan. So if you have any questions, you can stay back. If you do not have any questions, you may go. Let me just, before you go, let me just see if anyone missing here. Is Mohammed here? You can, if you are here, you just say present. If I call your name, Mohammed, Nancy, Mohammed is here. Nope, the other Mohammed. Mohammed Carey. Okay, I got you. Okay. We got two Mohammed. Nancy, not here. Gianfranco, not here. Jamie, not here. Mohammed. I got a lot of Mohammed here. Nope, no Mohammed. Abdiaziz Omar. No. Channel Shell. Okay, no. All right, good. So you, if you have any questions, you may go. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can stay. If you don't have questions, you may leave.
Yeah, I didn't know you.
Wait for a minute. Let me not. Give me a sec here. Okay, I need to stop recording this.